Uh, Open week benefits you? Can you
Yeah.
tell fresh legs, that kind of thing?
Yeah, you could tell they were bouncing around. I asked Paul earlier, how they lifted and all that. He said, man, they were moving around. So I thought they were refreshed and ready to go, and ready for this difficult game up at Arkansas.
What did you see from Arkansas offensively against Alabama, for example?
Yeah, I saw them throw for 400 yards. They knocked the quarterback around and down and everywhere else, and he put it on the money most of the time when he wasn't sacked. And he threw for 400 yards, and I thought Alabama did a great job, stopping and taking away the run from him. But he made some great throws against him in the game, and he's done that all year. I thought he did that against Texas A&M, and they knocked him around too. So I'm impressed with the quarterback.
How's everything going with the linebackers the past week and a half?
Yeah, I think they've worked hard, trying to get better, and we'll see when we put the pads on for real. So I hope they've made some improvement. I think they have.
Did Willie Hibbler make any advances last week?
Yeah, we played him in some roles that don't want to talk about here for obvious reasons, but I thought he did some good things for us.
What do you guys think about taking this team on the road after such a long home stretch?
Yeah, that'll be different. I've had it both ways, so it's been a while since we've been out there. I think over a month since we've been out there, but I think they'll be fine.
Arkansas present different looks than a lot of people you play. They run a lot of screens, a lot of bootlegs, crossing routes, picks.
I was surprised at them in the game the other night because they kind of went away from what they do, and one of the personnels they were in 29 times, and it had been very balanced for them, and they practically threw it every time. I think they made a quick effort to run the ball against Alabama, and then they went away from it, and they live off of the running game, the boots, the waggles, and then taking some shots deep. And I think they do a nice job with their formations, and they're different than other people in the conference. And I think he's made that statement before. So it's a different preparation, and should help us having the extra week off against them this week to get ready for all that.
Do you expect that they'll be more committed to the run this
I
week?
would think so. I would think with a combination of our offense and the way that we can score, I would think that they would want to run it more than what they did against Alabama. But everybody has that problem against Alabama. So, I would think they would be more balanced in our game, yes.
How screen aware do you guys have to be?
I think they got to do a good job with it. I think Kiff does a nice job of recognizing some things that you can pick up off of film with it each and every week, and this week's no different. So, absolutely, you got to be alert for it. They want to leave people in and protect if they can. Even the tight end's going to chip, and the back's going to chip before they get out, help their offensive line.
He was saying he felt like he was watching the same exact guy at quarterback in Austin from Brandon last year. Does he look like the same person?
Some of his mechanics and the way he moves, he absolutely does at times. I think he's very, very tough, and I think he's accurate, and I think that's exactly the way Brandon was his junior and senior year.
Coach Freed yesterday was mentioning the tight ends kind of make this offense difficult to deal with. In your opinion, why do they cause you guys some trouble the past couple of years?
I think because they've had 2 or 3 really good tight ends. They're NFL-type tight ends that stress you on both sides of the ball, and matchup-wise, putting a safety on, those guys is difficult at times.
How would you assess the way their offensive line has been playing?
Theirs?
Yeah.
They're averaging about 187 yards rushing and about 272 passing, so they're putting up a lot of yards, which is a good sign for any offense and any offensive line.
You had to be pleased with the turnovers you got in the last game. How do you build on that? What's the secret to trying to keep that going?
Well, you pay the guys like $100 for every time they No, just to emphasize it. We do things to emphasize it and, make it important. And we've done that all year, but we challenged them that week. We actually challenged them to get 6, and they were asking me after the game, how many would we get, 5 or 6? And I said 4. And but I said, man, I'll take that. I said, we'll make up for that at some point. So we got stuck there for a long time, and I think as you get more comfortable in what you're doing in the defense and seeing the ball, more that'll happen. And, man, we've knocked some balls out, and we just need to get on them before the other team gets on them faster.